Hi everyone, it's Marina here from Brava Virtual and welcome to this latest tutorial. This is the fourth in this series of tutorials. If you tuned into the last one, you would have seen how to use filters to create a simple filtering system on our data. So here we could filter by make, model, engine size, etc. And today we're just going to take it a little step further by looking at the custom sort option. So we're pretty much working with the same Excel file as the last time, except I've added one new column, which is the date that the car entered the dealership, because I think it could be useful to look at how that works with the custom sort. So to use the custom sort, we go to data and we have this sort button here. So we're going to click that. And what that does is it automatically selects the table that you're working on, and it allows us to sort then. So we could sort by whatever criteria we want. So we could decide we want to sort the make alphabetically, so from A to Z. We'll click OK, and that gives us all of the Fords together, for example. But then within that, our models aren't in alphabetical order, so there might be a better way of sorting that out. So instead, we could go sort, and we'll look at sorting our model A to Z. We click OK. So now we see our models are sorted A to Z, but our makes aren't. So again, it could be a little bit tidier. So I'm going to go back to my sort, and this time I'm going to do make A to Z, and I'm going to add a level and model A to Z. So what that'll do is it'll sort all of my makes A to Z, and then within that, my models from A to Z. So I'll click OK. So we can see here now that all of my Fords are together, and within that my models are in alphabetical order. Likewise for Nissan, Opel and Toyota. So that's a multi-level sort option. So I can delete that then. So if I can delete my second level, and I'm also going to look at sorting my engine size. So my engine size is a numerical field, and I could decide then if I want to sort that from the smallest to the largest to the smallest. So we'll say for this example, we will sort from smallest to largest. So it's giving me all of my engines from smallest to largest. So it's going all the way from 1 litre up to 2 litres. And you can see here when the custom sort is active on a particular column, you can see that the little arrow is there on the icon. So that's the engine size. We could also sort the year. So if you want to see the newest cars first, we could sort the year. Now this field is a number, it's not a date, so we want to sort the largest number first. So largest to smallest. So that'll bring back 2018, 17, 16 in descending order. We could look at the date the car entered the dealership, because as a business owner, you might want to see what stock you've been holding the longest. So we can sort the date oldest to newest because it's picking it up that it's in date format, and we click OK. So you can see here now that those at the top of the list are the ones that have been in the dealership for the longest. So you as a business owner then can make a decision as to whether you want to do something to help move those cars. So they are different ways of using the custom sort option in Excel. I'll just show a couple of other things. So if you only have one column highlighted and you try to use the sort option, you get this pop-up window that's saying that it's recognizing that you have a table of data here in Excel, but that you've only highlighted one column, and it's asking if you want to use the sort option on the entire selection or just work with the current selection. Now, because we're working with the table of data, we always want to filter or sort all of the data together, otherwise it's going to mix it up. So we would use expand the current selection or expand the selection to do that. It'll bring us to our usual pop-up window, and we can work away with that. And then another thing we could do is if we had all of the columns highlighted and we select sort, we have the option here to check or uncheck the header, because in this case we have a header row, but we might not always have that option. So in this case, if your data has headers, it won't include the headers when it's sorting the data. But if it didn't have headers, it would include them as text. So if I sorted column A from A to Z, you see it would shift the header row as if it were just data part of the table. So it's up to you whether or not that's relevant for you in your table. So that's how to use the custom sort option in Excel. Have a go on your own worksheets and let me know if you have any questions. As always, thanks very much for joining, and we'll see you on the next tutorial.